Messiah Rich. I'm back with another one. Hey, today I wanted to read from Deuteronomy chapter 28, verses 1 through 14. And starting at verse 1, and it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth. And all these blessings shall come on thee and overtake thee, if thou shalt hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God. Blessed shalt thou be in the city, and blessed shalt thou be in the field. Blessed shall be the fruit of thy body, and the fruit of thy ground, and the fruit of thy cattle, the increase of thy kind, and the flocks of thy sheep. Blessed shall be thy basket in thy store. Blessed shall be thou when thou comest in, and blessed shalt thou be when thou goest out. The Lord shall cause thine enemies to rise up against thee, to be smitten before thy face. Thou shalt come out against thee one way, and flee before thee 7 ways. The Lord shall command the blessings upon thee in thy storehouses, and in all that thou settest thy hand unto. And he shall bless thee in the land which the Lord thy God hath given thee. The Lord shall establish thee an holy people unto himself, as he hath sworn unto thee, if thou shalt keep the commandments of the Lord thy God, and walk in his ways. And all people of the earth shall see that thou art called by the name of the Lord, and thou shalt be afraid of thee. And the Lord shall make thee plenteous in goods, in the fruit of thy body, and in the fruit of thy cattle, and in the fruit of thy ground, in thy land, which the Lord sware unto thy fathers to give thee. The Lord shall open unto thee his good treasure, the heaven, to give the rain unto thy land in his season, and to bless all the work of thine hand. And thou shalt lend unto many nations, and thou shalt not borrow. And the Lord shall make thee the head and not the tail, and thou shalt be above only, and thou shalt not be beneath. If that thou hearken unto the commandments of the Lord thy God, which I command thee this day to observe and do them. And thou shalt not go aside from any of the words which I command thee in this day, to the right hand or to the left, to go after other gods or to serve them. Now, what I wanted to talk about is when God say, if you love me, you will follow all my commandments. See, this is something that the church ain't really teach. They teach about the love of God. You go to church, that's all you hear about, the love of God, the love of God. Like God can't get angry or something. But if you notice, you never hear about the wrath of God. Like the wrath. God say, if you love me, you will follow all my commandments wholeheartedly. That means you will be faithful to him. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's where it comes to where lukewarm Christians, like the average Christian in this world today, they lukewarm. God ain't with that. God wants you to wholeheartedly serve him. If you love God, you're going to follow all of his commandments, not some of them. He's not a one-way God. He an all-the-way God. Like, if you're going to be faithful, you got to be all the way faithful. But I just want to talk about how the church don't ever talk about the wrath of God. If you don't follow his commandments, when judgment comes, you get the wrath. They always holler about the love of God. Nah, let's talk about the wrath that comes from God when you don't follow his commandments wholeheartedly. And the average person will be like, well, how can you do that? Because everybody gonna sin, and you know what I'm saying? And, which is true, because nobody's perfect. That God know that. He the only perfect person that walked this earth. But again, he know everybody's heart. He know if you really trying to serve him or if you just playing around with him. That's the thing of God. Like he judge our hearts. So therefore, he know if you trying and if you just playing around. But what I wanted to talk about is what willful sin does. You know, when we allow sin to enter into our life, it calls the devil, AKA the enemy, to enter into our soul realm. So we all know that the enemy need a vessel to enter to continue his work, which is to steal, kill, and destroy. So when you sin, you allow him to willingly enter your soul realm. Now, this is where the controversy come in at, because nobody's perfect but God himself that walked the earth. This is what the church ain't preaching. So that's why God wants you to know him for yourself. You know what I'm saying? You got to go in and know God for yourself. You can't just go off what you being taught, because we all seeing that the religion is falling down in these dark days because the real ain't being preached. They just want to talk about the love of God, never talking about the wrath. But if you, when you allow the, when you every time you sin, you are allowing the devil, aka the enemy, to come into your soul realm. That's any willful sin. That's why God say, if you love me, you will follow all of my commandments. So the whole picture of this is not trying to sin, so the devil can't get no access to your soul realm. That's how he been winning for years. He need a vessel to get into so he can continue his works. But we know as a chosen one, we ain't allow him into our soul realm no more. And when we done learned from that. So now we following all of God's commandments, allowing him no access to our soul realm. So the main reason is, for me saying this, is that we need to get our soul realm and our spirit in alignment. Not the flesh, the spirit. Your flesh, you gotta out your flesh. Like anything that's of the flesh, you gotta delete it. That's how the devil want to get in, through your flesh. So I just wanted to run about that. Like, it's in our power to stop sinning, y'all. If we don't stop sinning, we allowing the devil to win. And on this channel here, he ain't winning at all. We don't rock with the devil. So we gonna wholeheartedly serve the Lord. Not halfway, not lukewarm, not just one day on Sunday and that's it. We leave church and then we go back to living our life. Nah, God don't want that. He want you to serve every day. There's so many people in the church right now that they go to serve God one day. As soon as they leave church, they go back to living their regular life. That ain't real religion. That ain't real serving God. That ain't serving God. And God can't erect that and put the truth in place. Serving God is serving him every day, giving him a piece of your time every day. Not just one day and on Sunday. That's lukewarm. That's why all these lukewarm Christians and these lukewarm churches going down too in the day of judgment. And I just wanted to run it about that. Because as I'm learning to seek the Lord for myself, I'm learning way more than what a church could ever teach me. And what God showed me and teach me, I want to teach my brothers and sisters as well. And this word ain't for everybody. If it don't resonate with you, it only resonate with the ones that know the truth. And that's what I came to bring. And I love all my brothers and sisters, man, and hope that we can come in agreement with fully serving the Lord and not halfway serving him, because he ain't no one-way God. It's either you all in or you not. It's your choice.